So here you see the solar array augmentation plan. So that's showing you what the new solar arrays are going to look like over on the right-hand side. So you can see that in green, that's the new solar array, or the IROSA, which is smaller than the original solar arrays, but it's going to be able to generate the same amount of power. So you can see this is as port as you can go on the station. The 2 Bravo side is on the bottom, and the 4 Bravo side is on the zenith portion. So this is just another view that's showing how the solar arrays are canted out. So the neat thing about this is that you'll be able to generate power from the new solar arrays and the old solar arrays as well. And then if you see the zoomed in picture, the IROSA mod kit is what we're going to be installing. So it's the support structure that the solar arrays will eventually mount to. So this shows the structure that we're installing. The thing in the teal color is the mast canister. So we're going to be bolting this new structure onto the mast canister. We've got the different names for these, so I'm sure you'll hear in the video watch in a moment. I'll be referring to the 2 lower struts, the mid strut, the 2 upper struts, and then we've got the mounting bracket that the solar array is going to attach to. So unfortunately, this mod kit is very large and it doesn't fit out the door in its current state, so we have to bring it out in pieces, kind of like assembling furniture. You can see this bag here it's really great design because it's got straps that hold each component in its own place. So it's going to stay there until the crew's ready to take it out and assemble the next piece. The one piece that's missing here is the mounting bracket. It's going to go on top of this, and then the lid will be shut. These bags are 8 feet long and over 300 pounds. So even though we don't have gravity to deal with in space, we still have the inertia and mass, and so the crew knows to be careful with this. And as they're translating out there, they're going to take it easy and make sure when they're turning corners and things like that, they help guide the bag, because this is a larger thing than what they're used to typically translating with.
For US EVA 71, EV1 will egress the joint airlock first. You'll see EV1 has the red stripes, and EV2 the white suit. EV2 will pass out the 2 strut bags containing structure to support new solar arrays. EV2 will head out to P1, where he will install the anchor hooks for the crew's safety tether. Now this is what we call a slingshot, and will give them the 170 feet of length that they need to get all the way out to P6. At that point, both crew members will translate to P6 and install their respective bags on the 4 Bravo and 2 Bravo work sites. EV1 will translate back inboard and retrieve a portable foot restraint with a extension, and head back to join EV2 at the 2 Bravo work site. EV1 will set up this portable foot restraint for access to the mod kit install, and translate over to the bag, where both crew members will begin building what we call the upper triangle, which includes the mounting bracket, a left strut, and a right strut. They'll use their pistol grip tool to assemble that triangle. Once it's complete, EV1 will be in the portable foot restraint, and EV2 will hand it off to EV1. Here you see EV1 installing this on the mast canister. There's a strong soft dock feature that will hold it in place. Once it's positioned in place, EV1 will use the pistol grip tool to drive 4 bolts. EV1 will then reposition the foot restraint for access to the left side of the mod kit. Here you see the mid strut on EV1's body restraint tether. EV1 will hold the lower strut while EV2 gets into position. They'll work together to install the left lower strut. EV2 will start off by driving the bolt with his pistol grip tool, and EV1 will drive the upper bolt that connects it to the mounting bracket. They'll then work together to install the mid strut on the left side. Here you can see EV2 driving 4 bolts that hold it to the mast canister, similar to the H fixtures that were recently removed. And EV1 will drive the bolt to secure it to the upper strut. EV1 will then reposition the APFR and get back in after getting the mid strut on her BRT. BRT standing for body restraint tether. She'll get back into the portable foot restraint, receive the right lower strut, and then EV2 will translate around the mast canister for access to the installation point for the right lower strut. Again, just like the left side, they'll be working together to drive their respective bolts with their pistol grip tool. EV2 will translate up for the mid-strut install, where he'll drive 4 bolts. EV1 will have a single bolt, and then EV2 will tighten the clamp bolts on both sides. The mid-struts are telescoping, and this clamp bolt prevents it from telescoping any further once it's in place. The crew will then work together to secure the thermal blankets over all of the struts and make sure they're in place, as well as verifying that the pit pins that provide grounding paths for the structure are also in place. They'll then grab the necessary tools and head over to the 4 Bravo worksite. Very similar, kind of a mirror image to what they were working on previously. EV1 will install the APFR, or the portable foot restraint, and they'll work together again to build the upper triangle consisting of the 2 upper struts and the mounting bracket. EV1 in the portable foot restraint will receive the upper triangle, install that in place, and then they'll get set up to install the final piece to get to what we call the minimum configuration. By installing this right lower strut, the system is now in a good configuration to leave it out and operate space station nominally. If we didn't have this installed, then we would need to perform a tie down to make sure that everything was structurally sound before heading back in. If there is extra time, we'll continue to build the 4 Bravo mod kit on this EVA. If not, we have plans to perform the rest of the install on the next EVA. The crew will then pack the empty bag with the tools that they plan to bring inside. EV2 will carry that back to the airlock. Both crew members will translate back to the airlock from P6. They'll leave the slingshots out, meaning that the tethers will be strung out to P1 because we'll use them again on a future EVA. EV2 will put the bag in the airlock and ingress, followed by EV1, who will then close the hatch.